Your next comic is probably raring to go, so give it up for Jeremy Smith.
That was like third grade lunch table shit all over again. What you don't know is I've been conditioning for this shit my entire life. Like, this is another day in the fucking office. Alright, let's bring up some of the other comics who are here. Aaron Branch. Aaron Branch is the wonder kid in Kansas City comedy. Like Dell said, he won the Stanford's contest. Craig Glazer, the owner of Stanford's and Sons, called Aaron Branch on the radio, called him the next Eddie Murphy. I didn't know Eddie Murphy was gay.
He was.
He ruined that. pt2. No, the thing is, like, Aaron Branch doesn't necessarily choose to be gay, but he just goes to Catholic school and he's the run of the litter, so he didn't have any option. See, I think Aaron was called the next Eddie Murphy solely because he's black. But what Craig Glazer doesn't realize is Aaron is the least black guy I've met in my entire life. Like, Aaron was upset with the ending of Django Unchained. Let's talk about Patrick Moore. Patrick recently returned from briefly studying improv at Second City in Chicago, proving that stand-up isn't the only form of comedy Patrick can fail at. I love Patrick. He's a good friend of mine. Look at that fucking head of hair. It's like a real-life Ken doll. Totally helps him pick up the kind of dates he's looking for. The only reason Patrick doesn't like the band Fun is because he isn't attracted to anything with a period. Yeah. Steve Moser. Where's Steve Moser? Steve made me promise not to tell everyone in the bar during the Missouri game he's a Kansas fan, so I just broke that promise. Steve lives in Lawrence. He's the least hipsterish person in Lawrence. I don't have a joke there. That was a terrible thing to say. But actually, in the summer, Steve his real job is he umpires Little League Baseball. And Steve's old school, like, he doesn't need internet chat rooms to pick up kids for a date like the other pedophiles. He goes right to the source. Randy Bergard.
Right here, baby.
Randy Bergard. Randy Bergard at one point had the most Twitter followers of any comedian in Kansas City. And I went to Randy Bergard and I said, Randy, teach me how to do Twitter. 1 year later, I have 1,300 more followers than Randy Bergard, following Randy Bergard's directions to a T. Randy Bergard's Twitter account name is 1-800-RANDY. After I own him so bad, it should change it to 1-800-SUCK-IT. Randy's claim to fame that he'll tell everyone, and all the other comics in the back can agree with me, is he goes around telling everyone he's followed by David Hasselhoff. I'm followed by celebrities who are relevant in the last 15 years.
Don't care. Night fucking rider. Fucking rider.
There you go. Yeah. Randy could pick up German chicks really well, but not American ones. Thanks, Randy.
Actually, I'm pretty strong.
Yeah. See, the real reason it bothers Randy that I am just crushing him at Twitter is Randy was a Marine. And he is a Marine, sorry. And it bothers Randy that someone who hasn't done a push-up since he was 11 is beating him at something. Jesse Turney is here. I don't know. He just went to the bathroom, I think. I didn't realize Jesse Turney was here, so I didn't prepare anything. Mainly because Jesse Turney hasn't been relevant in comedy since the Bush administration. Jesse Turney is the manager of a Minsky's Pizza, which is the only way I know him.
Yes!
1997 graduate.
I haven't worked there since September.
But you're still there.
Trying to get that last check.
All right. Unknown over here.
Unknown.
How do you write jokes for someone whose entire gimmick is that you know nothing about them? So it was tough.
Pick your dad.
Very sure my dad did run out of me. Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ. That's why I look like this, motherfucker. Bring that shit up here.
Just keep fucking eating, Jeremy. Get better.
He is really bitter about Twitter. Like, fucking. Like, really fucking bitter. God damn.
Watch the car.
Yeah. Fucking Mr. Miyagi's dead, dumbass. But Daniel-san lives on. Now, Paul Shields, I'm going to tell jokes about Paul Shields because he's the relative same height as Unknown.
I'm average height for a girl.
Everyone knows Paul Shields does only musical comedy. Everyone here, else on the bill, strives to be the best they can at stand-up. Well, so does Paul. That's why he doesn't do it. Paul's sweet guitar and sexy voice, I wrote that, has him dubbed by many in the Kansas City comedy scene as the Billy Ray Cyrus of musical comedy. I think that's unfair to Billy Ray Cyrus because he's actually had a hit. Plus, Billy Ray Cyrus created a hot daughter, something Paul could never do with his squatty, stumpy frame. Every time I look at Paul, I think there's a British in Asia missing its troll. Del Iliff.
Why?
Paul Shields sounds amazing,
Why?
by the way.
Del Iliff has a distinct comedy style. Some in Kansas City have referred to Del Iliff as having qualities of Mitch Hedberg. But the only quality of Mitch Hedberg any of them want Del to have is the dead one. Del Iliff was the first person to pay me to do comedy, actually, here at Serrano's. Actually, Del's girlfriend, Amy, was the first person to pay me to do comedy. Something about Del losing checkbook privileges. I'm not saying well, I am saying Del's, but Del's more whipped than every character of Django Unchained combined. It's two Django Unchained jokes. The only movie I've seen in 2012-13. Now look at Del. Del's trademark signature is the dumbass hats he wears. Del is like trying to do the hipster thing with the fedora, with the Cosby thing, with the Argyle at the same fucking time. Doesn't really work. Normally, Del wears the little taxi driver fucking hat, which I wrote a joke about, and he fucking thwarted it. Del's career aspiration is to go to Hollywood and become an actor, and he might do it if Lifetime ever makes a movie about a taxi driving serial rapist. And that's the only thing he can play.
Good job,
I didn't write nearly enough jokes about you. I knew you were gonna write 6 pages on me. I would have brought it. You wrote fucking 3 on him, and you're like, Jeremy Smith. Okay.
5 on him, 15 on you.
Fair enough. I am the fucking literally biggest target there ever was. It's fucking bullshit.
You're fat.
Yeah. I'm going against a guy I know nothing about because he never leaves his house because his girlfriend won't let him, and a guy I'm not supposed to know anything about. It's fucking bullshit.
She really won't let me.
She really won't.
Stop lying.
All right. Trying to think of.
Am I what? Here. Yes, I'm
Well,
here.
that's
Doing well.
I was doing well up until this point.
Yeah, until you kept talking.
I'm Jeremy Smith.
I am not going to take a cheap shot at Jeremy because he specifically did not tell jokes about me.